Hello friends, welcome back to Lightgym classes. And once again we are going to solve some MCQs on modern history. And in this video we are going to solve the MCQs on national movement that happened during the World War II. Okay, so let's get started. So we have around 10 MCQs, 10 excellent MCQs, and these MCQs we are going to solve together. So let's get started. So we have the first question. Okay, the name of the first question. The first question is the other name for Quit India movement. Okay, so what was the other name for Quit India movement? We have the first option, that is September attack, the second option as August revolution, the third one as freedom movement, and the fourth one as the April movement. So the correct answer is August revolution. Option B, August revolution. So we are marking this as the correct answer. Let's check. Okay, we will, after all these questions are solved, we will check if this answer is correct or not. Okay, so let's go and see the second question. Okay, the second question is, who declared India as an allied force against the Axis power? Okay, so we have the options: Viceroy Thomas, Viceroy Lin Lithgow. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce that. So we have the third option, that is Viceroy Emmanuel, and the fourth option, Viceroy Evergreen. So we do know that there is no such thing as Viceroy Thomas, there is no such thing as Viceroy Emmanuel, and there is no such thing as Viceroy Evergreen. So how about Viceroy Lin Lithgow? Okay, Lithgow. So the correct answer is actually Viceroy Lithgow. He didn't take anyone's permission and just declared that India is also part of the British war efforts against the Nazi Germany. So the correct answer is option B, Viceroy Lin Lithgow. Okay, I still don't know how to pronounce that. It's actually a pretty tough name. Okay, so we have the third question. What is meant by the Day of Deliverance with respect to Muslim League? So we have the first question, first option, Congress ministries resigned. That's the first option. Islamic Turkey defeated Britain. That never really happened. The third option, Muslim League got the highest number of seats. That never really happened. Okay. And the fourth one, Congress got plum posting. This is actually kind of true. So the correct answer is option A, Congress ministries resigned. So what happened here is, in 1937, Congress won a significant number of seats both in the provincial level and at the central level. So Muslim League practically got zero. They got around 5% of the Muslim vote. So technically, most of the ministers, most of the important members were now Congress, technically Hindus. Muslim League didn't like that. And when the Congress ministries resigned, they said that it was the day of deliverance. They are now free. So it is all nonsense, okay, because the Congress, despite being Hindus, they actively worked for Indians. They never really cared if the guy was a Muslim or a Hindu. For them, they were all Indians. They actively worked for both sections of the community, the Hindus as well as the Muslims or the rest of the people, the rest of the Indians. So the correct answer is option A, Congress ministries resigned. So option A. Okay, then we have the fourth question. When did the Pakistan resolution adopted by the Muslim League? Okay, so now this is a very important question. The Pakistan resolution was adopted by the Muslim League in Lahore in 1940. So the correct option is option C, Lahore 1940. So let me just mark that. Option C, Lahore 1940. Okay, then we have the fifth question. Who presided the Ramgarh Congress session? Okay, so we have the option. The first one is Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Then we have Adam Saini Khan. The third one, Muhammad Iqbal. And the fourth one, Adnan Khan. So the correct answer is Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Abdul Kalam Azad. So this is something that we have to discuss in detail. But for the time being, just memorize this, that it was Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Just memorize this, okay? The person who presided the Ramgarh Congress session was Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Now, this was some days before the launch of Quit India movement. Some time before the launch of Quit India movement. And this session is actually very important. Why it is important? We will deal with that in the lecture. Okay, do watch my lecture. It's quite important. Okay, so option A, the correct answer is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Okay. Then we have the sixth question. Through which offer by Viceroy Ling Lithgow try to appease the Congress. We have the first option, that is December offer, the second option, August offer, the third option, June offer, and the fourth option, July offer. So the correct answer is it was the August offer. So what is August offer? So let me just give you a small perspective. So Britain was in war, and Indians were not in a mood to fight for the British, and Britishers were technically losing. Okay, Britain was fighting against Adolf Hitler, and Hitler was beating Britishers really bad. So that is why Britishers wanted the help of Indians. And as you may remember, Viceroy Linlithgow didn't take anyone's permission and just declared that India will be part of the British efforts against the Nazi Germany led by Adolf Hitler. Indian leaders, even the Muslim League, the Congress, no one liked the idea that India has to fight for the British. So when Britishers started losing, Viceroy Linlithgow came with an offer. Okay, so after the war is over, we are going to do something good for you. Okay, just a kind of appeasement. And the Congress were not really in a mood to listen, nor was the Muslim League. But the offer that was given by Viceroy Linlithgow was known as the August offer. So it's option B, August offer. Okay, so let's go to the seventh question. Who was the first individual satyagrahi? Now, you should know that the Quit India movement, okay, the individual satyagraha was quite different from the earlier mass movements. The reason being was Gandhiji was pretty much tired, and he was like, if you want to do satyagraha, you can do it yourself. Okay, so basically that's the idea of individual satyagraha. Now the problem with individual satyagraha, another reason why the individual satyagraha was launched was because most of the satyagrahis, okay, most of the important satyagrahis were actually arrested by the Britishers. So Gandhiji said, Gandhiji had a lieutenant called as Acharya Vinod Bhave, and he was technically the one who started the individual satyagraha, and he was also arrested. So the correct answer is it's Acharya Vinod Bhave. Again, in my lecture, it's thoroughly explained. Okay, you just have to watch it. It's awesome, actually, pretty way. And so the correct answer is option D, Acharya Vinod Bhave. Okay. Then we have the eighth question. When was the Cripps mission sent? Now, again, as you already know, by 1940. So the World War II was started in 1939. Okay, remember this, 1939 was the time when World War II started. And Britishers declared that Indians would be part of British India and they will be fighting against the Nazi Germany. Now, by 1942, the Britishers were losing heavily. Adolf Hitler had conquered pretty much every part of Europe, every important part of Europe. And the British ally, that was France, which was also a superpower, also fell. Okay, it was easily defeated by the the Germans. So Britishers were in a panic mood, and they wanted anything to help they wanted the help of the Indians, and they were willing to do anything for it. So that is why they sent a person called as Stafford Cripps to appease the Indians. Technically, Stafford Cripps was a good man, and he actually wanted to help the Indians to be free from the British rule, despite being a British. So the correct answer is it was in 1942 when the Cripps mission was sent. Now this is a very important question. Okay, remember 1942. Option B, 1942. Okay, so let's explore the ninth question. Where was the Quit India Movement resolution ratified by the Congress? So it was in the Bombay Taluka. You don't have to remember the exact place, just remember it was Bombay. It was in Bombay where it was decided the Quit India Movement resolution will be ratified by the Congress. So the correct answer is option C, Bombay. Okay, so that's the ninth question. So what is meant by the CR formula? Now we have the 10th question. What is meant by the CR formula? The first option is Congress to accept the Dominion status. The second option is Congress to accept Pakistan. The third option is Muslim League must forget plan for Pakistan. And the fourth one is Congress to work for Muslims. So the correct answer is Congress to accept Pakistan. This was the one. Now C.R. Rajagopalachari was actually a hardcore Hindu. He was a right wing. So you should know that the Congress had itself many factions. There was the left faction, there was the right faction, And the left faction actually belonged to Subhash Chandra Bose, Nehru, and all those people. The right faction had C.R. Rajagopalacharya. So he was technically against the Muslim League, technically. But slowly he realized that there was only one option, okay, that India can be totally free and happy, that there must be a Pakistan. Okay, some Muslims has to go to a different part. India has to be separated. India has to be divided. So basically, it was the idea of C.R. Rajagopalacharya as well as a person called as Lia Likat. We don't have to know about Lia Likat. It's not really that important for us. So it was the idea of C. Rajagopalacharya, so that the Congress should accept the idea that India cannot stay united. There must be a Pakistan. So the correct answer is option B, Congress to accept Pakistan. Now, let me just click this. Okay, so we have solved around 10 questions. So let's explore how many of these questions, how many of these answers are correct. Okay, so let me just click on finish. Okay, so 10 out of 10. We have got 10 out of 10 correct answers. Excellent. So this is how we actually have to solve the MCQs. I mean, all you have to do is just some days before the exam, all you have to do is just read the lecture, read the notes. Doesn't matter if you're studying from Lucent, doesn't matter if you're studying from Vision Notes or TMH. All you have to do is just revise and come to the MCQ section. You have to solve all these MCQs. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.